Hello, I am Mike, and I am going to do a tutorial on how to install Tidal on Windows. This is a fresh install of Windows here. I just recently put in a new hard drive, so I have a fresh copy of Windows running, Windows 8.1, and I have not rehearsed this. I have not gone through this yet, so hopefully it won't be too rickety. I have nothing installed on this computer other than Chrome and a few other little small utilities. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to tidal.lurk.org, which is the website of Tidal. We're going to click on Getting Started here, and then we're going to click on Windows Installation. And we're pretty much just going to follow this. Yeah, we're going to follow this. So, step one. Well, actually, maybe I'll step back for just a second. And if you have not installed Tidal before, or if you've not used it, there are two things we really need to install. There's Dirt and there's Tidal. Two different things. Dirt is like a sample player or sample synthesizer that runs in the background. That's what we're going to get running first. And then second is Tidal, which requires the Haskell runtime and an editor that sends commands to Haskell. We're going to install Atom as our editor. It used to be Emacs. Emacs will still work, but Atom is a bit easier to get going. So the first thing we need to do to get Dirt running on Windows is install something called Cygwin. So Cygwin is a Linux emulator that runs on Windows, and you have to run Dirt from Cygwin. Dirt is not going to run. If there is a way to get it to run on just native Windows, I don't know how to do it. So we're just going to get Cygwin running. And we're going to install all this stuff on Cygwin. Actually, we don't need Emacs, so we can eliminate those dependencies. But in any case, we'll click on the Cygwin link here. I'm going to go back and we'll open that in a new tab. So Cygwin, here's the download page for Cygwin, cygwin.com, and I'm running a 64-bit system, so I'm going to click on this setup-x86_64 link. If you are running a 32-bit system, you want to click on this one that does not have the _64. So I'm just going to click on that. It's a very small download. Saved it to our computer. And if I go to downloads, here's our setup. So we will click that and we will install Cygwin. So Cygwin has kind of an awkward way of setting itself up. We are going to download stuff from the internet as it installs. We're just going to have it installed to this default directory. If you are using the 32-bit version, you will not see this 64. It'll just install it to Cygwin, which is fine. We're just going to click the defaults here. Temporary package directory, I really don't care. And our connection, fine. Okay, now we need to pick a mirror. This is where it's going to download apps from or packages from. All of this stuff here in this list, it's going to download from one of these mirrors. I'm just going to pick the first one. Doesn't really matter. Okay, so now we are going to pick the packages we want to install, and this is kind of a quirky part of Cygwin. So we need to find all of these packages on the website, except for Emacs. We don't need to worry about that one. And then select them over here on the right. So let's find Git first. So if I go up to the search box and just type Git, there are some categories here where I can find Git. I'm going to go into the Develop category, and I'm going to find Git here, and then I'm going to click on Skip and change it to the version, the most current version. So you just click on Skip once and it'll change to this version number. And that's really all you need to know. So now Git is selected to be installed. Then I am going to go to GCC, go to Develop, and we will find the GCC. Oh, this is the weird one. Yeah, so this screencast is being recorded kind of at a snapshot in time when the Tidal website's documentation may not be exactly perfect. So what I'm going to do is, there is no exact GCC package. So we are going to pick GCC core, And I think that's all we need. I think just GCC core. We will then find make. Again, go to develop and then find make. Click on skip to select it. G++, develop, and we want this GCC-G++. Click on skip to select it. It's very unintuitive, so you have to kind of bear with this. You click on the skip word to actually select it to be installed. Cygwin is not very intuitive, but that's just how it is. All right, next, libsnd file, and we'll go to audio, libsound file, and then we also want the next one, libsound file-devel. We'll choose that one, and then lib sample rate is the next one, audio, and we want that one and the devel package as well. All right, now from Lucky, that's all we need to do. If you are developer savvy, you may want to install some other stuff, but we're just going to leave it at this, and hopefully this is all we needed to do. I click next, and now Cygwin warns us that these other extra packages have to be installed as well, since they are dependencies of what we selected. That's fine. And I'm going to pause the recording because this is going to take a while. So I'm going to wait till this is all done, and I will come back. So see you in just a moment. Okay, so install is wrapping up here. Cygwin has been downloading stuff here for 5 minutes or so, and actually everything's downloading. And now everything has been downloaded, and now it's just installing. So that is good. We will just let it run here. I decided I'd come back. Yeah. So while that's going, I'm running Windows 8. This install, I have performed this install on Windows 7. I've not tried it on any other version of Windows, but it should work on Windows 7 as well. And for those of you who are not familiar with Windows 8, the start menu looks, I've got it empty because I deleted all my home screen apps, but well, I'm getting ahead of myself. I just wanted to talk. So okay, so I'm going to add an icon to the start menu. Great. Okay, so Cygwin is done. I will click finish. Great. So Cygwin is installed. So now we are going to start Cygwin. This is what I was talking about. So in Windows 8, I type press the start key or the start button here, and I just start typing CYG for Cygwin. And if you are running Windows 7, you will see a different screen, but you'll have to find Cygwin in your start menu. In any case, I will choose to start Cygwin. So Cygwin is now here. It's basically just a command prompt. So this is our Linux emulator running in Windows. Great. And you can run Linux commands here like ls. I've got nothing in my home directory. pwd. I'm in my home mic directory. Great. So now we'll move on to Portaudio. So we have to install two things in Cygwin: Portaudio and Liblo. These are two dependencies that Dirt has to compile and run. One thing that's not very clear here is that you don't have to download these things in Cygwin, although you can do that if you are savvy enough with curl or wget, but we are just going to use Chrome here. So I'm going to go to portaudio.com. Sorry, I go really fast, so I just copied this link, portaudio.com, and here in portaudio.com I'm just going to click the download link on the left here, and it says you probably want this. Okay, I will click that. So we're just going to download that to our computer. So then I will go to my downloads in Windows. I will find the PA stable blah 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 TGZ folder that it downloaded. I'm going to copy that, and I'm going to put it in my home folder here in Cygwin. So, and this is just going to make it a little bit easier to unzip this folder or unzip this file. So if I copy this, go to my home, go to my C drive, Cygwin64 home mic, and I'm going to paste this file right here. Now back in Cygwin, if I type ls, I see that file show up. I recommend you do that just to get these files in your home directory in Cygwin. So you're going to have to get comfortable with copying and pasting files if you are not already. Alright, so let's continue with the Portaudio installation. And my phone is buzzing. Okay. Alright, so next we need to do what it says in Cygwin. Unpack the download with tar fxvz. So in Windows, if you are familiar with zip files, a TGZ file is similar. It's just an archive file that has many files inside of it. And we here in Cygwin, if I type tar is actually a program, and it says, hey, you typed tar. You need to do more than just type tar. So we're going to do what it says here and type tar fxvz, and then the name of our Portaudio file, pa stable v19 blah 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 .tgc. So we just type this, enter, and now if we type ls, we can see that it created a Portaudio folder. If we type lsla, we can see that Portaudio is a directory. And again, I'm probably going into way too much detail, but for those of you unfamiliar with Linux, maybe this is helpful. We can see now in my home directory in Cygwin, it created this Portaudio folder here. Great. So now we go do what it says next in the title installation here. After unpacking from Cygwin, go to the directory where you unpacked Portaudio and then run this command. Okay, so let's go to that folder. We go to we type cd to change directory, cd Portaudio, enter. Now we're in the Portaudio folder. If we type ls, we can see all the files in here. Just for fun, you don't really have to do that. But I am now going to just copy this command here from the instructions and paste it in Cygwin. We're going to run something called configure. Then these double ampersands just separate different commands. So configure, then something called make, then something called make install. So we're just going to hit enter and hope that these all succeed. And it's running, it's running, it's running. It may run for a while. So while that's going, all the things we installed in Cygwin back when we were searching and choosing to install things in Cygwin, those are all being used right now as we're building and installing Portaudio in Cygwin. So the GCC compiler, lib sound file, lib sample rate, make, all those things are actually being used at this point. So we'll just let this cruise and run. I will pause. I'll be back in a moment. Okay, so I just let Cygwin run and Portaudio was installed successfully. So great, we are done with the Portaudio portion. Now we do something similar with Liblo. So I'm going to open Liblo in a new tab here in Chrome. And download latest stable release, blah blah blah. So we'll just click this link here, and we are redirected to a SourceForge page. And don't touch anything. It says your download will start in a second. Okay, so Liblo has been downloaded. Fantastic. Now go back to our downloads folder, find Liblo, copy. And then go back to, we want to paste this in our Cygwin home directory. So go back to drive C, Cygwin, home, mic, or whatever your username is, and paste. Now we've got Liblo in our directory. So now if we go back to our title instructions, we're going to do the exact same thing that we did with Portaudio. We're going to unpack Liblo with tar. So back in Cygwin here, I'm currently in the Portaudio folder. And I need to go to Liblo. So I type cd to change directories. There's more than one way to do this. I'm going to just go ... to go back up to my home directory, go up one level. If I type ls, I can see that there is now a Liblo file, and I type tar fxvz liblo blah blah blah, enter, ls, and I can see a liblo folder. This liblo-0.28 folder was created. I will go into that folder with cd. Now I am in the liblo folder, and I will type .configure make install, or you can copy and paste like I did before. Enter, and as I recall, this one goes pretty quick. And it's compiling. It should go quickly. I'm just debating if I should pause. Yep, okay, I'll pause. I'll be back. Okay, our liblo compile and install is done. I should mention that as you see all of the Portaudio and Liblo messages fly by, you may see warnings or what look like errors, but they're probably not errors or problems. You can just ignore those things, and I guess only if you see something at the very end that something about the install failed, then you need to worry about it. Like for example, I just want to show an example here. If you're not a developer, maybe this stuff would freak you out. I'm not sure. So I just want to waste time here. I want to waste time. I'm wasting time. Oh yeah, like this warning. val64.f may be used uninitialized, blah blah blah. I really don't care as long as it works, and it probably will work. Just kind of taking a little bit of a leap of faith, but anyway, moving on. So now we are going to move on to Dirt. So now we're going to use something called Git. So Git is a source control code source control repository management system. So you use Git to go and retrieve somebody else's code from someplace on the internet. So we are going to do, oh, this URL is wrong. Do not follow this. So if we go to github.com, which is where the Tidal and Dirt source code are, github.com/Tidal cycles. This is where all of the Tidal and Dirt source code lives. If you click on Dirt, this is the Dirt source code. And it looks like the docs need to be updated here to point to Tidal cycles instead of Yaxu. So that's fine. We'll just type it correctly here. So we'll type git clone. Clone means we're going to copy it. HTTP or HTTPS, either one. github.com/Tidal cycles/dirt.git. And we type enter. And this will run Git. And it is copying down the Dirt source code. Now, the Dirt source code repository also has a lot of audio samples. If you look at Dirt, there's this samples folder, which has a ton of WAV files, which are very large, relatively speaking. Normally, code is just text, and it's compressed, and it downloads very quickly in Git, but WAV files are copied very quickly, so it's going to take a minute. So it looks like we're at 54%. We'll just kind of hang out here. The source code used to be located at Yaxu. Yaxu is Alex McLean's username, and he authored Dirt and Tidal originally, and since has moved it to this Tidal Cycles organization. Alright, so Dirt is now local. So now we can see in Cygwin we've got a Dirt folder, and if we look in the Windows Explorer, we've got a Dirt folder here. So here's the Dirt source code. It's an exact clone of what we see on the website. Thus, the command clone. Haha. Okay, so we will do what it says next, cd dirt. Then we will say make dirt-pa. Enter. Bam, we've just compiled and ran Dirt. So Dirt is now compiled and ready to be running. If we Yeah, now if we look in the Dirt folder, we have a Dirt PA, where is it? Yeah, we have a Dirt PA exe. So now when we run this, this will actually run kind of a sample synth server of sorts. Lots of alliteration in that. So it'll run this Dirt sample synthesizer in the background, and that's what we're going to send commands to with Tidal. So our Dirt portion of the install is now complete. If we just run Dirt PA exe, oops. If we do a /dirt-pa.exe, and Windows Firewall says, hey, something is asking to listen for internet traffic on your computer. Is this okay? We say, yes, that's okay. And Dirt is running on our system, and it'll tell us that it's using the default earphone or a headset earphone as the default device. That's fine. I'm just going to close it for now and shut Dirt down because we're not going to use it yet. All right, so our next step is Haskell. We need to install the Haskell Platform. So we will follow this link next to download and install the Haskell Platform. So if we just click this, the Haskell Platform, we can go to Windows, and if you are running a 32-bit version of Windows, click the 32-bit link. If you're running 64-bit, click the 64-bit version. It's a large download, and I didn't want to bother with that, so I already have it downloaded on my external drive here. Oh my, there we go. So I'm just going to run the install here from my external drive. 64-bit Haskell Platform install, yes. Click next. Yes, I agree. This is where it's going to install it. Next. Yes, we can update system settings. Fine, fine, fine. Yes, choose all the defaults. That's all okay. So Haskell is a programming language, and the Haskell Platform basically has all of the tools you need to do Haskell programming. And Tidal relies on some of those tools to send commands to the Haskell runtime. I'm not sure how else to explain that. So yeah, okay, so we're getting Haskell installed. Great. I'll let this run. I'll be back in a moment. Okay, so the Haskell Platform finished installing, so we will click Finish. Great, done. Go back to Tidal. Now we need to install Tidal, and maybe we should have a different heading here in the docs. Anyway, getting ahead of myself. So now we need to open up a command prompt in Windows. So Haskell, when we installed the Haskell Platform, it added a program called cabal or cabal. I guess I don't know how do you pronounce this? Cabal. I've always said cabal. I think that's a reference to something, but anyway. Okay. Start. CMD. Enter. So now here we have a nice little command prompt. I prefer to use PowerShell, but a plain old Windows command prompt should work. And now we will do what it says here. We will run cabal update. And what this is doing is it is going out to hackage.haskell.org and getting all kinds of new information about packages. And we want to do what it says next. This is also a step that's lacking in the documents. We want to upgrade cabal itself, or the install action of cabal. So we will say cabal. Yeah, so just this last part here. We want to run this cabal. I hate Windows command prompt. Come on, really? I can't select that. Cabal install, excuse me. A little bit of beverage burp coming there. Sorry, that was disgusting. Cabal install, cabal-install. So this will actually update cabal itself to install things properly. So we want to do this just to make sure that cabal itself is up to date. And if we don't do this, Tidal may be installed properly, maybe not, but it's always safe to do so. There are some experimental features of Tidal as of today, which is May 4th, 2015. May the 4th be with you. And as of today, there are some experimental MIDI features, and you must update cabal install as we're doing right now in order for the MIDI features to work properly. I don't know if it's necessary to do this for Tidal itself, but in any case, I'm going to pause and I'll be back. Okay, so cabal install, cabal install. I don't know why that. I think that's funny. Sorry. Is complete. Great. And while I paused there, I just realized that I forgot to back up my Kerbal Space Program saves, so I lost all of my career progress, which sucks. But that is completely irrelevant to this video. Okay, so cabal install. So now we will type cabal update. So again, these docs aren't perfect. After you do cabal update, okay, I'm sorry, I'm getting mixed up here. So we typed cabal update. Great. Then it asked us to upgrade cabal install, which we did. We should run cabal update one more time. A new version. Really? I'm going to do this again just to make sure. Yeah, it's the same version. Okay, well, that's strange. I'm going to pause again. Okay, well, yeah, before I pause, I don't think I needed to do that. So this is strange. I did the cabal install, another cabal update, and it gave me the same note that a new version of cabal install is available. So I went ahead and did cabal install, cabal-install again, but I can see it's configuring and building the exact same version that it just did a minute ago, so I don't know that that was necessary. Okay, just finished. I'll do another cabal update. Okay, I'm going to ignore that. I think that's fine. Okay, cabal install title. So what this is doing is it's installing Tidal in the Haskell runtime. It's installing the Haskell package, or the Haskell Tidal package, and putting it on our system. So we need to do this step so that Adam, our text editor, will be able to use Tidal-specific features to send to the Haskell runtime. And yep, I will pause this and we'll be back. Okay, so Tidal has been installed. Great. Okay, so we were done with the Haskell portion of the install. Now we can run Atom. So I've already installed Atom. So I lied a little bit about not having anything installed. So if you go to atom.io, we'll open up the website here. Atom.io, just click this download Windows installer, run the install. It's very fast. It's a piece of cake. All right, so now what we will do is we will open Atom. So here in Windows, I will just open Atom from the Start menu. I have a cat here that is also wanting to help with the install. Okay, so here's Atom. Great. We will now I've not done anything with Atom, so the next part is to be done. So let's go to File and then Settings. And what we want to do is install the title package of Atom. And everything I'm going to do next should be explained here, but I'm just going to run through it without referring to the instructions. So here in Atom, in the Settings tab, I'm going to go to Packages, and then I'm going to find, those are installed packages. Click. Where is it? Core packages. Install. Oh, go to install. Sorry. Packages will list what you already have installed. My bad. So click install, then search for Tidal, Tidal, and then click the packages button here. Oh, seriously? Am I wrong about this? First open menu, then click on the install menu, type title, and click install. This is odd. Title should be showing up here. All right, I'm going to pause while I figure this out. Okay, I just clicked on themes and then went back to packages, these two buttons here, and then title showed up. Okay, so here's title. Atom package for title, a language for live coding pattern. Great. We will click this blue install button here. We can see that 161 people have installed this. That's cool. All right, we'll just let it install. So what this is doing is it's downloading code, putting it in a special place in your local environment, and it's going to allow you to type title specific stuff and talk to the Dirt synthesizer, and it will be wonderful. We are nearly done, folks. I've been recording this for 30 minutes, so a 30-minute install. Okay, so title's been installed. Now there's one thing we need to do. We need to go to title, or go to packages, and then installed packages. So I click left on the left here on packages, installed packages. We're going to filter for look for title. You know what? I may need to refresh Atom. So you can either restart Atom or do Control-Alt-R, which I will do now. Control-Alt-R. That'll refresh Atom. Okay, so now title shows up in community packages. So yeah, you'll need to restart Atom in order for this to show up. So now title is showing up. And if I click on title, now I'm on the title specific screen for the package's settings. One thing you have to do at this point, or it will not work, we need to specify the GHCI path. So GHCI is the Haskell, it's basically a Haskell program that we send commands to. And so we need to tell the Atom title package where that resides on your hard drive. So I'm going to go, it should be in C, program files, x86, no. Well, it depends. If you have a 32-bit or a 64-bit system, your path it's going to be either in program files or program files x86. For me, it's probably going to be program files, Haskell Platform, bin, GHCI. So here is where it's located. I'm going to copy this path here. And we need to actually have the binary, the actual exe in the path. So we're going to do bin. So we'll copy this from the address bar up here. Copy, go back to Atom, paste, and then add a /ghci.exe. And this is our GHCI path. Great. Done. So the rest of this stuff you don't need to really worry about. Oh. Interesting. Okay. There's some extra instructions down here. Okay, so now title is configured in Atom. Now I don't think we need to restart Atom at this point, but I'm going to do the Control-Alt-R again, just to make sure. Okay, now we need to open a .title file. So the title package will not work unless you're working with a specific type of file. So I'm going to take this file here and make the text bigger. And I'm just going to save this file right in, I'll put it in my documents folder here. I'll say test.title. So now I have a title file. And once you have a title file, you can then go to packages, then title, and boot title. And you'll see a little console down at the bottom here. So ignore this thing that just popped up. You'll see a little console down here that opened as it was booting up title. It's just telling you that it's booting it up. And the last one says loading package title -0.4.30. It may be a different number depending on if title has been updated since this video. Anyway, so title is booting up for the first time ever, and it's saying, hey, I want to do some stuff with the network, just like Dirt did. So this is normal. Just say yes, allow access. And so now title is running in our editor. But we can't do anything until we start up Dirt. We want to start up Dirt. So I will do /dirt, back in Cygwin here, /dirt dirt-pa.exe, enter. So you have to have Dirt running. So it's running right now on the console in Cygwin. And then over on the left here in Atom, now we can run some Tidal commands. So I can type something like D1 sound and then BD, and this should play a bass drum note. And this is the moment of truth. See if it worked. So now here in Atom, I can do a Control Enter or Shift Enter to evaluate this line, and we'll see if it works. Oh, it works. Hopefully you can hear that in the system audio. I hope you can hear that. I hope you can hear it. Okay, so there you have it. We just installed Tidal. So a few more things to note. So I hope you heard that, because it totally worked. The first try, unbelievable. Okay, so in Cygwin, we have Dirt installed in Cygwin. So Cygwin is a Linux emulator in Windows. However, you can access this folder just like any other folder on drive C. So again, in Dirt, in samples, all of the sample folders are in here. You can modify these or replace them with your own. However, there's a few other ways you can run samples from a different location. I'm not going to cover that right now. But if you want to work just with the stock Dirt stuff, this is where you do it. You can completely delete the contents of this folder and put your own samples in here if you wish. So, that's it. That's how you install Tidal on Windows. Just so, again, to recap, go to tidal.lurk.org, go to Getting Started, click on the Windows installation link here, install Cygwin, install these packages in Cygwin, then install and compile Portaudio and Liblo. You have to download them and then build and install them. Then clone the Dirt code, then compile the Dirt executable, then download the Haskell Platform, and do the cabal shenanigans, and then install Atom, install the Tidal package in Atom, and start up Dirt, and then you can start working with Tidal and Dirt together. So that's it. Hopefully this works for all of you Windows folks out there. If it doesn't, I will be glad to help out. Hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching.